Hey, Chef Shelly here today. Do you want to become a personal chef, but you have no idea how to get pricing for your services? No worries, my friend. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So listen, are you stuck on your pricing? Because let me tell you, I hear this all the time from new students, and it's one of those roadblocks that just really stops amateurs in their tracks when they're starting to just learn and want to become a personal chef. So it's one of the basic things you have to figure out before you can really get started. You have to know what services you want to do, and you have to know what your pricing is. So if you've listened to any of my videos or been here with me for any amount of time, you know that one of the things I always say is the best service that you can provide as a personal chef is cooking weekly for those regularly scheduled clients. It gives you consistency of your schedule, which is huge. It keeps you working days and weekdays, which is huge. And finally, it gets you consistent money. And hey, that's also a fantastic thing. So catering is typically weekends and nights, and every event is different. So the pricing that we're going to be focusing on today, dialing in, is those regular personal chef services that you're cooking weekly, every other week, or even just monthly for clients. That's the first place to start. So again, this is like one of those weird places that when people are just starting out as amateurs wanting to become professionals, they get really stuck on. And the funny thing about that is they're so worried about pricing too high. Almost always new personal chefs price too low. And that can be for a lot of different reasons. Most of the time though, it's usually that sense of not knowing your worth and not knowing the value of personal chef services that you're providing to clients. So maybe you feel like nobody would pay that, or that's too expensive, or even like, I am not worth that, I'm just cooking, it's not that big a deal. So all that mind drama that goes on with your pricing, we need to just set aside, and we need to pull in some logic and some math. And that's what we're gonna do. So there are several different things that go into your pricing and deciding how to price. And we do a deep dive on that. Like I said, there's a whole lesson just on pricing in my personal chef course, but we're gonna focus on getting you started with the first most basic one so you can quickly get a great idea of how to price. And the number one determiner of your pricing is where you're at. Because even though it kind of sucks, a personal chef who's in New York City gets to price higher than a personal chef in John Day, Oregon. That's just the way it is, my friends. And again, of course, there are other things that really contribute to really getting a good price for your services that's really right and dialed in. But we're just gonna get you started with the basic as fast as we can right now. So where you are at, here is the easiest, fastest way to figure that out. Open up Google or Bing or Yahoo, whatever you like to do your searching on, and literally type in personal chef and whatever city you're in. So personal chef Seattle or personal chef Madison, Wisconsin, wherever it is, and start looking at personal chef websites in your area. Now, I know not all personal chefs are gonna have their pricing on their website. I do. And a lot of personal chefs do, because that helps you pre-qualify your clients. But you are going to be able to find a few that do, maybe even more than a few. So what I want you to do is just go through those lists, look at the website until you can jot down what 3, 4, maybe 5 personal chefs are charging. Now you want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. So you want to make sure that you're looking at that regularly scheduled personal chef service. They're either going to call it weekly services or a 5x4 or whatever. You're looking to target like 5 entrees. Maybe take a note of whether it includes groceries or not, if you want to be a little more accurate about it, side dishes and stuff like that, but mainly just what are those regularly scheduled weekly personal chef services, 5 entrees, whatever they're calling it. And once you get like 3, 4, or 5 of those, you're gonna get a pretty good sense of what it is in your area. So literally, that is the easiest, the fastest way to dial in your pricing for personal chef services. Now, of course, that's just the first step. If you aren't familiar with a 5x4 or weekly personal chef services or some of those things I was talking about, you can click the link below and go check out the prep pack, which includes a PDF on how to cook a personal chef service. And that will give you a great sense of what it is, how to do it, chock full of chef tips and strategies that you can use, and that'll really help you dial in your service offering, dial in your pricing, and really determine if being a personal chef is the right move for you. Because I'm telling you, if you love to cook and you'd love to get paid to do it without having to go to culinary school or sacrifice all your nights and weekends to a restaurant, being a personal chef is the way to do it. And the clients are hungry, they're out there, and they are wanting what you're cooking. So go ahead and click that link down below and check out that personal chef prep pack and decide if becoming a personal chef is the perfect move for you to get paid to do what you love.